Yeah. Okay. Now it's early morning. But as promised, I'm gonna try to, I'm working on this consistency stuff here. Yes, I do got packets because my ketchup is almost gone. So what I have here is some toasted sausage egg sandwiches. Toasted egg. And I don't like cheese too much on my egg sandwiches. I don't know what changes my taste up too much. And then I got some homemade fries. I forgot to pray. God's great, God's good. Let's think of all food by his hands. We are faith, thank you, let's take bread. Amen. Okay. So, this morning, what I'm going to talk to you guys about is another story time, right? Because that's what I like. I like to get right into the food, into the stories. But, anyways, take a bite of this. I did that right. Actually, might be more like 11 o'clock. But RC. I got kids here, so when I wake up, of course they're like, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. So I make them something to eat and get them situated and stuff. So whenever I get finished with them, I can go ahead and make my own and sit down and do these videos with you. Of course, I gotta put my makeup on because nobody wants to see that. Salt, pepper. Olive oil. $4.25 for about 30 minutes at the most. Check it at 20. I love breakfast, yeah. I always have. Okay. So, my story today is going to be about, like, what was I going to talk to you about today? Okay. One of my subscribers have requested a heaven and hell one. Now, my take on that is that, people believe what they want to believe. Not everybody believes the same thing. Not everybody has the same beliefs. Some people might not be even, be atheists and stuff, So you can't force your beliefs on anybody else. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to steer it to the dream part. Like life when somebody dies and they come back. So, this is from, obviously I watch a lot of YouTube. I do. So, one of the ones was where I seen how they were talking about people dying and going to hell. That's scary. One time, I had a dream. I was at some town. Of course, in my dream, I was familiar with it. It was like some fair or something going on. And it was exciting. Everybody was having a good time. And then all of a sudden, everybody starts running off, running away, panicking. And I'm like, where are my kids? Because they was with me. But when everybody started running different directions, I don't know what happened to my kids. So, I'm screaming, looking for my kids. And a car pulled up. They're like, "Nana, I got your kids, get in." So I jumped in. And I didn't know these people. But obviously they knew me. So I go ahead and I jump in the car with them. And of course, I did see my kids in the back. So we're taking off. We're flying down this road. Just zoom. You know, everybody's just zooming by and everything. So I see everybody taking off. And I'm just, glad that my kids are in the car with me. Then all of a sudden, we're going down this hill. And this hill was real steep. And I'm like, oh my God. And it was nighttime. But it seemed like at the bottom of that hill, like it got darker. I'm like, stop. It was too late. We was already at such an angle. The brakes didn't even work. That ground opened up and went in. And everything got quiet and dark. And we were just falling. And oh my God, I woke up. I was so scared. My kids are fighting. Hold on. So, anywho. That scared me. Because we had the headlights on. And, of course, all the lights were on in the car. But when we went in there, it was like everything just went dark. Black. Everything got quiet. And I know I was screaming. But you couldn't even hear that. I couldn't hear myself screaming or nothing. Okay. So, I got to thinking about that. Woke up. I'm like, I got to change my life for my kids, because I don't, you just start thinking about, okay, what do I need to do to change my life? I need to fix my life because I do not want to go through that again, I don't know, maybe it was a glimpse of something for real. If it was just, something that I had watched and maybe affected my sleep. Maybe I ate something and went to sleep. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of reasons and theories and all this stuff as to why people dream the things that they dream. Subconscious level, you know, or something. I don't know. I don't know why I dreamt what I dreamt. But I'm going to tell you a story. So, this older man that I knew, he ended up having heart surgery. And I don't even know the medical term for it, but he didn't have a triple bypass, 4 bypass. It was a 5 heart bypass. I don't know what that's called now, and even if there is a term, I probably couldn't say it anyways. But anywho, so he goes under, obviously, right? Hold on, I hear somebody coming. Hold on for 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So anywho, so he goes under for surgery, right? Well, he ended up telling his daughter that when he was under, he woke up and he was in a pitch black room. It's the same thing, but I had made a bunch of eggs, and I like mine with the brown on it. Yeah, it's so good. So he told his daughter he woke up on feel like a metal slab, and it was pitch black in there. And then he said, you know, he didn't know where he was. And he knew he was by himself, though. Well, I guess he couldn't move, though. So anyways, all of a sudden, he heard, like, you see those movies where the doors, you got a big old wheel, you got to turn it like that for it to open? Well, he heard one moving, turning. And then he seen it opening up, a door right in front of him. And he said as it was opening real slow. And he still couldn't move. And it was opening. And it opened up just a little bit. But all around the door, it was bright orange. And then he felt heat coming from there. And then he could hear people screaming and crying and yelling, you know, just. And he said all of a sudden that it wasn't open that much, but he felt that door on his feet. You know, the door touched his feet, and it started pushing him up as it was opening. And he's trying to do everything he can to shut it, but he wasn't sitting up. So, and he couldn't get up, but he knew he didn't want that door to open up all the way. And then he said he just started feeling all that heat coming through there. Felt heat, and the screams, the crying, and all that stuff just got louder and louder and louder. And then he started praying. He didn't go to church. He wasn't a faithful churchgoer, but he did believe in God. I say did and all that because this, you know, he's passed away now. But not that time. He was around longer after that. But at that time, you know, he was scared and he started praying and, you know, asking for forgiveness and, you know, repent. Because you can, from the Christian standpoint, you can ask God for forgiveness and to come into your heart up until your last breath. You know, you can. And so that's what he was doing. And then he said, all of a sudden that door stopped. It stopped moving. And it started closing. Slowly it started closing and closing. And then he was relieved because he felt that all that heat was becoming bearable again. Because that door was closing. And he was crying, and you know, he was just thankful that he was heard. That God was blessing him, you know, saving him. And the door shut. And then he woke up and he was surrounded by family. So that story, I understood because, like I told y'all before, I was a bad kid. I was a bad child. I was always in something. I was always in something. And that's why I say, thank God, I'm not where I used to be. What's that saying? I may not be where I want to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. Well, that's me. And anyways, so, that gives people hope. That no matter what, So, another story that I just seen the other day, before this woman had asked me, before she requested that video, I didn't know if I should talk about it. Because like I said, people have different opinions on everything. And, you just don't want to force what you believe on anybody else, because you never know. You never know what people believe. You don't know what people would offend people. You just never know. So anywho, it was this people claiming that they have died and they got to see hell, and they got to come back because God saved them. Jesus came down there and saved them and said, hey, I need you to go back to earth and let people know, that I am coming back and this is going to happen. So, just let them know and tell them, so even people who feeling so hopeless and helpless and depressed and, all these bad things, that all that's just temporary, and tell them I'm coming back. Well, there was a couple of them on there that was saying that they seen famous people down there. One in particular person, they said they seen down there, was a bunch of demons that had him on a stage, and he was on fire, but they were making him perform for them. And I was like, what? Now, there's some things, even like the scientists, they try to say stuff like, whenever people die, their mind kind of goes like to that a euphoric place or whatever, and they try to talk that away. And I don't know, I mean, there's just so much that goes on into that topic that I'm not even for sure I'm the best one to even try to explain anything, because I'm always gonna believe what I believe. Nobody can tell me different. Nobody can tell me different about what I believe. I mean, you might be able to enlighten me on some things that I might not know about, but as far as what I believe, I know what I believe. And nobody can make me change my mind on my beliefs. So I wouldn't expect to be able to change anybody else's either. Only you can do that. Only the person themselves can do that and what they believe. But yeah, this just it kind of touched me, my husband, because my husband, he's a firm believer too in Jesus Christ. So it's like me and him, we can have our discussions and stuff. We can speak on stuff. We can tell each other everything that we want to tell each other without, feeling like I'm going to be bashed for what I think and he's going to be bashed for what he thinks. We can talk like that to each other, but I just wouldn't want to put that on anybody else. And I'm sorry I didn't get into exactly what you wanted me to get into, but I still thought about it, and that's about as far as I want to get into that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna have to go ahead and get out of here because my kids are downstairs and I hear them, arguing. They're supposed to be doing homework. That's the time that I get to do this, after they finish eating and stuff, and then I have them doing their homework, and then I get to do my video because I know they're supposed to be sitting there being have, but it don't seem like that's the way it's going down. So anyways, I'm sorry, y'all. My mind is all over the place on this subject because, like I said, it's just, there's too much to touch on, in this, and I don't want to touch anybody's bad nerves with it. Like I said, I don't want to offend anybody or anything. I'm just here to tell you what my opinion is. Now, you can leave your opinions and comments in the comment section. I will look at it and I will read it and I will respond. But just, be respectful. And and another thing that I've always heard, that everybody else has always heard, is, if you don't have nothing nice to say, just don't say nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all coming by and sitting with me, visiting with me for a minute. Now, I don't know how this went. how you like it or whatever. But like I said, this is just my opinions. You know, you can feel free to feel how you want, you know, think what you want. That's just how I feel about it. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. I'm gonna end this here. But thank y'all for stopping by, visit with me. Always glad to have you here. Always glad to see you. And yeah, just, you know, feel free, leave your comments, comment, like, subscribe, and share for me, please, please. I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. I gotta go check on these kids. And I will try. Okay, now if I come up with anything else, and I will, you know, to speak on it more later, intelligently, you know, whenever I have actually done more research on everything else, on all aspects of it, because I don't want to be sitting here talking about something that, you know, I don't really know enough about. But like I said, I just know what I know. So I love you. Thank y'all for stopping by, visit with me. Peace.